The first big hitter of 2016 is here. From the creator of Braid, Jonathan Blow brings you Witness. He's done it again. Blow's an infamous wind-up merchant, as we've seen in his illustrious catalogue previously, but Witness is like nothing we've seen before. You'd be forgiven for thinking that the follow-up to Soulja Boy's favourite game of all time is a walking simulator with some puzzles scattered around, but how wrong you'd be. Leading up to release, all trailers and screenshots and from Blow himself painted this picture of Witness as a picturesque island on which you just kind of go for a stroll. But from the moment you see a group of people dressed head to toe in black and white rambling across some grassy mounds like something from March of the Penguins, you'd be expected to stand up out of your chair and applaud the man for what he's achieved with modern day technology. However, you'll steadfastly sit down again because, and it pains me to say this, there are certain technical areas where Witness falls down. We've been told countless times that this gen is the next gen, therefore we expect a certain level of visual quality. And J-Blow's failed to hit a steady 60 FPS, 30 even. It bottoms out at around 24 and just doesn't rise. This could be a deliberate design choice because it's set in 1980s Pennsylvania, so he could be going for that kind of retro look and feel, but I think I'm sort of making up excuses for him. You take on the role of an American known simply as the Englishman. Characters mention books around you a lot too, but it's never specifically addressed, so there is a chance you used to be a librarian. Honestly, it's difficult to tell, and that's the genius of Jonathan Blow. The opening cutscene lasts for in and around 15 minutes. There are some incredible moments in it, without a doubt, specifically one involving a disobedient brat child who's in a train station with his mother. His mum tells him to stay put, and of course he goes wandering. He's wandering eyes, he sees other things kind of shiny around the place. I take this as a bit of a metaphor for the general public possibly doubting Blow at a stage in his career and turning their attention to other indie darlings. It's quite a long time to not have the protagonist on screen in a game that comes in at around 1 hour 52 minutes and 24 seconds. The length might put some people off due to the extortionate price, but the storytelling makes up for it. You're a disgruntled cop, upset with the force because some fella in a jacks was killed under suspicious circumstances. I believe drugs were involved, but sure, look, it's always the case, isn't it? We could carry on. You decide that being a lawman isn't for you, so you meet the aforementioned small boy and his mum, you start rubbing your face, and then you end up living on their farm. The Englishman has to get used to living away from amenities and facilities he's become accustomed to, like fridge freezers and washing machines, and enjoy working for his keep without luxuries. Just like maybe sometimes we should look up from our phones and get off of Twitter. @Colm_. The retro feel mixed with messaging that we can completely misinterpret as something related to our lives because we're so self-centered is such a moving thread throughout the entire experience. While we expect to be emotional wrecks at the conclusion of Blow's games, as history has shown us many, many times, we rarely expect to be given a shot of adrenaline or be titillated to the point of arousal. I'm sorry, gang, but he has knocked it out of the park once again. Flipping the script, the man known for his love of crying and hate for killing has embraced more widely used tropes and used them to great effect. There's guns, there's shooting guns, there's children with guns, there's children with guns that say,
"Would you kill another man?"
I would only kill a bad man.
It's fucking badass. There are NPCs that you come across that are reminiscent of Blow's more alternative style, like the legless elder who speaks in riddles and lives in a barn. But it's nice to see Blow try some new things. He does have limits though, as this car chase left a lot to be desired. Blow has never been one for embracing obvious kind of sexual tension and just sexiness in general, but he ramps it up big time with Witness. The mother of the gun-toting child is smitten with the city-living former librarian, and during a carpentry mini-game says,
"Tomorrow I'll let out those trousers for you."
Good.
The inclusion of a Married with Children crowd track only made everything sexier. After a mini rhythm game that I failed, the two characters had a dance which was lovely. I can only imagine if I'd been successful that things would have gotten really steamy. As a sort of celebrity within the industry, Jonathan Blow's opinion holds a lot of weight, and he likes to give nods to other games and other creators within his own works. There's this moment where he's clearly referencing Kojima, as you can see this homage to Snake Eater. There's a questionable nod to Assassin's Creed in here too, as you don't even get to fight the final boss because it plays out in a cutscene. But I'm sure there will be some naysayers that will believe that the whole game is a cutscene. Yeah, look, the interactivity isn't exactly bountiful, I suppose, but it is a game. It's on the PlayStation, so it is a game. Every medium has its benchmark, its pinnacle, its peak. For film, it's a goofy movie. For literature, it's the Argos Catalogue 2009. And now I can proudly stand here and tell you that for games, it's I can't. I can't. I'm sorry. We didn't get caught, alright? That's honest. Didn't get caught. Ah, God.
Should have backed the God is a Geek Patreon.